showing in the new Miss Elizabeth exhibit at the Capital City Museum in downtown Frankfort. My name is Dr. Eleanor Hasken-Wagner, and I'm the Museum and Historic Sites Supervisor for the city. Miss Elizabeth was a famed professional wrestler. She was married in real life and on the ring to Randy Macho Man Savage, who is one of the most well-known wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. But she also managed Hulk Hogan, if you're familiar with that little name. She was born and raised in Frankfort in the 70s and 60s, and she continued to think of Frankfort, Kentucky as home throughout the rest of her professional wrestling career. The museum was really lucky to receive a donation of some of Miss Elizabeth's original items of clothing, including her Franklin County High School majorette jacket, as well as 2 dresses that she wore in the ring and 4 leather jackets, 3 of which we found promotional photos for or video of her wearing. But we also worked with a private collector from northern Kentucky named Jeremiah Smith Rouse, who lent us some of his incredibly rare and unique promotional items, including the full-size Miss Elizabeth terry cloth towel, which is dang near impossible to find these days. The Miss Elizabeth exhibit is important to Frankfort and Franklin County because this is a woman who, at a time in professional wrestling when women were not really treated as equals or as people with power or ideas or original thought, she really held her own on the stage of wrestling. She served as this beacon of class and sophistication when that wasn't really common for wrestling or for women. And wrestling really is just acting, very high level acting and very athletic acting. And Miss Elizabeth really displayed Frankfort and Franklin County to a higher level than anyone could have anticipated. Professional wrestling fans from throughout the 80s and 90s loved her. She was a darling not only of men, but also of women who looked up to her as an icon. And what's interesting is when we received the dresses originally in 2023, we put them on display in our temporary new accessions gallery. And we had visitors from all over the United States come just to see those dresses. And in the few short weeks since we've opened this exhibit, we've had people commit to traveling from not only around the state of Kentucky, but also from across the nation, and even some folks from the other side of the world who are interested in seeing an exhibit for her. Interestingly too, Liz Hewlett is one of the only original professional wrestlers of that level of wrestling who has not been admitted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame with the WWE. And there's an underground movement now to push her into the Hall of Fame. And we're hoping that this exhibit starts that conversation about why this woman in particular has not been entered into the Hall of Fame. The lovely Miss Elizabeth exhibit is going to be installed for 2 years, and we're working with the private collector Jeremiah to continue to update the kinds of things that we have on display, although her dresses and her necklace will be up for 2 years. And in conjunction, this first year, we're going to be doing Miss Elizabeth Drive-In Movie Nights, where we're going to be showing some of her highlights from throughout her career, including matches featuring both Randy and Hulk Hogan. A lot of them are from the late 80s, but we are going to show in through the 90s, including the NWO era, which was one of the largest eras in professional wrestling. The Miss Elizabeth Drive-In Nights are going to be sporadic throughout the summer, but they'll kind of settle on the 3rd Tuesday of the month. They're free and open to the public outside the museum in our parking lot. If the weather is nice, we'll have a giant blow-up screen as well as some concessions, and you can come hang out in the time before the showing. The doors to the parking lot open around 7:30, and you're welcome to pull in, back in. You'll be able to listen to the audio of the broadcast in your car, but we'll also have speakers set up in the parking lot, so if you would rather do a traditional tailgate, you can as well. And we're working with some of our friends and local vendors to bring them in to sell other food items, so check out our Facebook at facebook.com/CapCityMuseum to see what we'll be having at each of these drive-ins. The next one is April 22nd. The museum is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're located at 325 Ann Street, and you're welcome to park right next door in our museum parking lot. We do have some limited edition and locally designed museum merchandise featuring Miss Elizabeth available in our gift shop as well. So make sure to come check us out, and we can't wait to see you.